Why did you ask her if she was willing to do a gangbang?
She sounded eager. She sounded like she wanted to learn.
God, bro.
I think he's gonna pull up around from the left.
What? I don't have no fucking clue.
Close the door too, it's really cold.
What do we got here? Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Put your body back. Please! Get down on the ground!
Why did you think it was okay to leave your teenage girl home alone to come here and meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
Damn. I wonder if people ever, see people they know on these shows. Interviewing on the ground, take a seat.
Does any part of you feel
take
sorry
a lay
for
down.
these guys?
No.
One idea for a one-off story for Dateline NBC in 2004 has turned into all this.
I will. Can you just tell me who you are? I'm Chris Hansen. This is an investigation.
Damn. It
This
wasn't
episode,
Chris
we trudge into the
Hansen.
dark
Wait,
corners
really?
of crime, perverts, and preds who prey on kids.
There's
We
so
team
many YouTubers and like Twitter people. Like people are normally like social media people who do like predator hunting now. Like is like just like a hobby.
up with Chris Hansen, a man who has spent the last 2 decades as the
Bet
premier
Smith.
pred catcher on the planet. Together, we team up in a sting operation to catch these. In this episode, there are certain
Vitaly,
words that for some
he's
reason
one.
we cannot say.
There's
Among
a
them,
bunch.
So instead, we will either refer to these guys as preds,
They're
PDF
Discord
files, or
kittens.
bleep
Bro,
out the
it's
word
insane.
altogether to avoid being censored. Now, this ugly world of PDF files is something that I almost didn't want to cover. I mean, the idea that grown men are out there looking to meet with vulnerable youth, to me, it's just sad and sickening. But it is a reality of this world that we have to face, and thankfully with the help of local police, we have the opportunity to take these offenders off the street and give them justice. Folks, this episode is
That's the
heart-pounding,
best
stomach
feeling,
turning, and
shorty.
incredibly intense. It's time to saddle up and go boots on the ground.
That's crazy, man.
Today we're diving into the dark world of and we're doing it with one of the best in the business, Mr. Chris Hansen. We're just down the road from a sting operation where they're luring guys in and then promptly arresting them. To me, I'm really fascinated to get to the bottom of why this is happening. So let's try and learn something together. Buckle up, folks.
You think what time is streaming tonight? Midnight 30 Eastern Standard Time. You would think with like all these YouTube videos, clips, Twitter videos, all this shit, that like these guys would stop doing this, like going to meet these
We're in
people.
for one today. Just as we arrived in Michigan and we're gonna set out to the Sting House, we got word from Chris's team that an offender was on his way to get busted and for us to lay low until they booked him. What happened next is one of the most powerful moments of Chris's career.
No, there's no one home. You can close the door, it's cold outside. Did you bring the money?
Yeah.
Can I see it? How much is there?
150.
Okay. What do you want to do?
What are you feeling up to? I don't want to.
I'm down for anything.
Are we doing it here? Is there like a bedroom?
There's a bedroom, or we can do it on the couch, or anywhere you want to go. I'll go change, and you can stay here. Okay. You can just stay right here, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Bro is
How you doing?
gooning. Bro is gooning. Is it 9 minutes? Midnight 30 my time. Sorry.
What was your plan here today?
We bit sleepy.
No, you cannot. Stay right there.
From the law enforcement angle, what have you seen in this world?
Seems over the last 10 years, it's gotten worse, in my opinion. Just based off the interviews I've done over the years with children, child
Good
forensic
night,
interviews
Osby.
over the child abuse type stuff, sexual abuse.
It's not gotten worse. It's actually gotten better. It's just people get exposed for it and actually get held accountable for it more.
How common are these people out in the world, these predators?
To be quite honest, I think it's a very scary thought. I think they're very common. I think parents should be well aware of the stuff that happens on the internet.
They are common.
My name is Sam Christian. I'm a retired Chicago police deputy chief. on the Chicago Police Department. I spent 14, 15 years in what's called Special Investigations of the Youth Division, chasing pedophiles, basically. When I was doing this work, and we would do lectures and seminars. And
Colonel Sanders. What up, Kato? Bro, that'd be such a satisfying like detective job, like just chasing down pedophiles and locking them up all day.
At that time, you could probably find a pedophile rather on probably every square mile in the city of Chicago.
Well, you know, I kind of fell into working with, so I fell into
I mean, like your average like 35-year-old dude off the street, if they see a 16-year-old girl that they think is hot or attractive, they will flirt and like do things with her if given the opportunity. Like that's like I would say like 80% of the population would.
And have been helping lock the sons of bitches up for 30 years. I don't know, you know, how many people are predators versus how many billions of people we have. You know, no one's ever clear with that because we're only basing it on those that were convicted. We know that there's no place we could go in this country where it isn't happening.
I mean, we're in the UP of Michigan, and right now
it's
we
insane. Yeah, like I would say like. For example, like if you're on TikTok and you're doing some fuck shit, like if you're like 30 or even over 21 talking to a 16-year-old, you're gonna get massacred. People are gonna find out, there's gonna be screenshots, it's gonna be tea, people are gonna be talking about it, right? And it's a no-go. But like off social media, like in like people's hometowns and where they actually live their day-to-day lives, like people like in high school, like non-social media people, this shit happens all the time. It's like normalized. It's like 21-year-olds dating people in high school, going to prom with them. Like the families don't care. Like their mom and dad were the same way. Like it's very normalized.
There's someone down in Texas.
Old creepy guys sitting on girls, not even worrying about their age.
You know, potentially take your child. So it's not just in your backyard anymore. It's like a nationwide thing.
What's your name?
It is,
I was looking online to play.
To play, and what do you mean by play, Joe?
Yes.
You talked to somebody online and on the phone, and you were pretty graphic. How many times had you met women online before for sex? 2 or 3. And what do you do for a living now, Joe?
I'm a grocery manager.
Here in town?
Marquette.
In Marquette. Over the phone, she tells you that she's 15. You say to her, that's messed up.
That is.
But yet you continued to talk about having sex with her.
Jesus.
It almost seems as though that age excited you.
Wow.
You asked if she would
Parabola
do
is such a fun word
gangbang.
to say.
Why did you ask
A
her if she was
gangbang?
willing to do a gangbang?
She sounded eager. She sounded like she wanted to learn, and I made a mistake. I have a addiction. I will admit that I have a porn addiction. I got addicted to porn when I was probably 11, 12 years old.
Did you bring condoms?
I did not. I
Oh,
might have one.
TMI.
Right. But you were willing to have unprotected sex with this girl.
I don't know if I would have gone that far.
So it seems to me.
I don't know if I would have gone that far.
If I wasn't here and a real 15-year-old girl was, you would have been having sex with her by now.
I should go away for a very, very, very long time. There's no one to believe but myself.
All right, Joe. Well, there's something you need to know.
Do you guys ever, and asking where the fuck, do you guys ever, like, even when, like, they admitted, like, oh, I have an addiction, I'm a terrible person, lock me away forever, do you guys give them any shred of sympathy, respect, or anything, or do you see them just as bad as the others? Like, I don't, like, even when they admit to it and they're honest, I still don't feel bad for them. I still don't be like, oh, at least he admitted to it. Respect for, you know, admitting to it. No sympathy, bro. I'm just like, it's even worse because you know it's horrible. You know you deserve to be locked the fuck up. You know that, like, you're even more aware of the evil shit you're doing. Be responsible for your actions, for real.
Chris Hansen with...
Take Down with Chris Hansen. Have you seen the shows before?
I have.
And what have you thought of those shows?
I like how Chris, when he reveals they're on a show, he goes, have you seen my show before? What's your opinion on the show? Like, he's, like, always candidly asking what pedophiles think.
I appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you. Did you ever think you're going to end up face to face like this?
When I walked in here and saw the pizza box, I honestly knew.
The pizza box?
Just the wallet.
No other weapons or anything on you, sir?
No.
True.
Just gonna give you a quick pat down.
It is almost like too convenient
Joe,
to have a
thank you
pizza
for being
box there.
Straight up with me, I appreciate it.
Can I shake your hand?
They're
Yes.
cooked. Can I shake your hand?
I appreciate it, buddy. Good luck to you, all right?
I'm sorry.
Get
Thank
the help
you.
you need, all right? Absolutely. Okay.
I don't know if I would have said, I'm sorry, buddy, get the help you need. I'd be like, rot in fucking prison. I'm not touching your pedophile hand.
It sounds messed up to say, but I couldn't help but feel bad for some of these guys. I mean, I know that if they followed through with what they were going to do, that they very well would damage a kid for life. But still, watching them throw their life down the drain in real time just made me feel sad for them. And due to the pathetic nature of what they were setting out to do, my guess is these guys live very miserable lives. Does any
L take. Terrible fucking take. God, I can't fucking spell. God, fuck me.
part of you feel sorry for these guys?
No.
These guys are doing irreparable,
He's a pizza
lifelong
bitch.
damage to kids.
When I'm
I felt
typing,
like just looking at them, I
it's
feel
worse when I have my ring light on. I look down my keyboard because there's just a glare on the keys too.
repulsed. I feel
Need to
ick.
leave
I feel
comment.
like, and just feel good. Like hearing that door shut behind. Like I had like a word in my head, just justice. Let's head to the Sting house.
He's like, but I also feel bad for him. They're just guys who.
So what's going through your head
wanna
when you
fuck
bust a guy
kids.
like that?
It's sad to see that we have this in the community, but it's good to see something come out of it to get these people off the streets. The maximum for the punishment is 20.
Even the online part of it, the messaging, the watching, like, bro, you gotta listen. Pedophiles are living like the best time of their life because with like social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, they can like just look at any kid they want. Basically, it's fucked up, and like that's already fucked up enough. But like if you actually show up to meet a child for sex, like death penalty, fucking death penalty. Like there's no and ifs, what's about it.
20 years to life, easily at
Max
least serve
is
a
what
couple years.
now?
Hopefully we have a
It depends on the
successful
state.
rest of our day.
Agreed. Like this shit's crazy.
So in a normal Sting, when you start in the morning, how late does it go?
You know, we've gone till the next morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on who's coming.
So we might be having a slumber party tonight.
Could happen. It's happened before. So this weekend we have a sting operation with the Marquette County Sheriff's Department. Decoys will go undercover posing as children and see if men will approach them and try to make a date for sex. If they do, they will be invited over here. I will confront them and then they'll be arrested by the Marquette County Sheriff's Office. We've been doing investigations for 20 years now. And yet here we are, 20 years and probably 600 guys later. The problem is worse than ever before.
You've pioneered a whole new genre
Agreed,
of
real.
content where now there's people that their entire career is doing somewhat very similar things. One, did that blow your mind? And two, not all of them get the guys arrested.
You know, when I stop to think about it, now that you mention it, it is kind of mind-boggling. This one idea for a one-off story for Dateline NBC in 2004.
It's a Dateline hidden camera investigation no parent will want to miss. He thinks he's at this house to have sex with a 14-year-old girl. Chris Hansen with a Dateline hidden camera investigation.
Has turned into all this. And in terms of the vigilante catchers, you know, some of them have done a service. And I think there's a solid place for citizen journalists. But it concerns me that I think some, not all, but some of these vigilante catchers are out to just be as outlandish as possible.
Yeah, some are in it just for the clout. But who cares if they're beating up pedophiles? Element of danger. Yeah, someone got shot doing it not too long ago. And this one guy, when they, like, I have this one guy, his name is something on Twitter. He beats the fuck out of him once he sees him. Like, questions him, and then he starts, like, beating him up. He actually got, like lost a fight to one of them. Like, the pedophile started throwing hands back.
He's coming. But what's your mental preparation? Like, what are you doing before they come?
Danger.
Well, I'm working on a lot of different things. So I've gone through the material for this particular confrontation.
So I can find that one Twitter account.
In a few minutes here when we know he's on the way, for sure. And other than that, you know, you're just kind of keeping aware, and I'm working on other stories at the same time.
They're just trying to see if it's
Why is
real.
my Twitter logged up?
Manipulate 'em.
That's
Take
crazy.
advantage.
Do you feel bad for these guys at all?
Do I feel bad? No, at all. They knew what they was doing. They need to ask what.
Tell me about the potential perp.
He said that he is 49. He's actually 53, we found out.
I think interesting, first of all, that he's willing to lie about a minor detail like that.
He's coming from like 3 hours away.
A minor detail.
Picture? You took a
Yeah, he
picture
took a
of the
picture
car?
of his on the
It's
side of
probably
the road,
deserved.
sent it to the decoy.
Okay, you guys are some of the world experts in tracking down. What kind of commonalities do you notice amongst these guys? Traits, characteristics?
They all lie about inconsequential details. This guy that just said he's 49, he's really 53. We've had guys lie about the type of car they're driving.
How is
Yeah,
doing
that's
this
so
job
dumb.
change how you guys look at the world?
Like, I feel like when I have kids, they're not. They're not getting on anything. Like, they're Chris talks
Real,
about all
that
the
probably
time
like ruin
that
your
when he first
like.
started doing this, he thought he was gonna do it like once or twice, and now 20 plus years later, he's still doing it.
And he's busier than ever.
And he's
right
busier
now.
than ever.
There are
I
exponentially
can't find
more
that Twitter
platforms
account.
on which adults can approach children. So while there is more activity now than ever before, it's more difficult to detect. I think technology has opened this up. I think people are more exposed to fantasies.
Is it
It's
all
just
men
scary.
or ever women showing up here?
I've never
So
had a woman.
Never had a woman.
Women like to have a connection, whereas men are like out hunting for whatever. So the women, it's always somebody who's closer.
The female, you're more like
Like, look at this one. This one's pretty crazy.
Roger? Hey, Roger, can I have a chat with you? Just a chat, man. I don't wanna call the police. I just wanna have a
Look
chat
at the
with you.
car he showed up in,
So,
chat.
why do you think it's okay, brother? And I'm just filming for our own protection.
The
So you
hell?
can't tell the police I touched you, okay? No, Roger, I just wanna chat with you, Roger. Roger, I'm not gonna do nothing, I promise. I'm gonna call the police, Roger.
What the heck?
I got your address, Roger. Roger, just chat, Roger. Roger, just chat.
That's fucking funny.
What? Literally, stop!
You were here to meet a 13-year-old girl. Was you not?
Is it weird to have younger friends? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if they're 13 and you're an adult.
Because.
Like, I asked, so they posted a 13-year-old girl on an app called Whisper, and like.
He'll tell you.
Yeah, and I have the messages too, idiots.
Right.
No, and then they're like,
Who's the idiot? Who's here to meet a 13-year-old girl?
and then like I asked if your parents were okay if I met you, and like we were supposed to meet here. There was no sexual premise or anything. And you think that sounds okay?
You think that?
With us right here, it's none of our business, but we're not going to have you yelling and screaming
Right.
at the store.
Right.
If you want to talk about it, please go outside.
Yeah.
Go ahead, boy. We're not gonna hurt you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Law enforcement, we're just dads against predators. And you're here to meet a 13-year-old girl. You think that's
He's
okay?
got a cane.
That's fucking sick. You're talking to me the whole time. That's fucking sick, bro.
Funny than you.
People at Denver, I mean, it's a pedophile. What? This is. I'm not doing this shit.
What's up?
Park your car.
What's up, dog?
Park your fucking car.
Park your car. He's trying to hit us. He's trying to hit us. He's trying to hit us.
They met a Dollar Tree.
Dante? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's Dante.
My man, you want to have a conversation about what you're doing here?
Yeah, this is one where the predator hunters get beat up.
Oh. What's up? Hey! What's up?
That's our ass now. Watch out. Get up off me.
Stop.
Bro. Let's go. Get off of me,
Stop.
bro.
Stop.
Bro, get off of me, bro. Pull this trigger. Gosh. Fuck is that?
Are you here?
He's shot. Man, come on.
That's crazy. Oh, that video's an hour and 29 fucking minutes. Try to find a certain video. Look at this one.
Man, because obviously you understand what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So can we talk about this, or?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, where do you want to go?
And the crazy thing about this guy right here turned out to be like, he was here to meet a 13-year-old girl, and he turned out to be like a really powerful like leader in like some sort of like democratic like organization or whatever, and he was also like some sort of lead on like a Facebook, like something to do with Facebook, and he was like a millionaire.
In the living room.
You wanna have a conversation?
Yeah, dude. Whatever you want, man.
Like, okay,
See
so
ya,
I'm
Jet.
filming, so you can't say that I hurt you, ask you for money, anything like that, okay?
Yeah.
You understand that I'm not the person that you invited over here tonight? You understand that yet?
Yeah.
So, how old was the person that you did invite over here tonight?
He said he was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it surprise you if I have the whole conversation, Drew? And honesty is obviously your best policy.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about this?
No, my roommate's on his way here right now.
So do you want to talk about this or no?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you just want me to go outside and call the cops?
No, you don't need to call the cops, dude. My roommate's already on his way.
What's your roommate?
I told him what I already told him that I.
What'd you tell him?
Dude.
Do you want to talk about this or no, Drew? This is a pretty serious situation, don't you think?
Yeah,
I came
told
back
my roommate I thought you were
tempted.
trying to get me.
Who?
I told my
What do you mean?
roommate I thought
The
you
fuck?
were trying to get me.
Okay, Drew. So like I said, man, I want to have a conversation. Can we talk about this or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Dude, you don't need to call the cops.
No, I'll call the cops.
No, you don't need to call
No, I'm gonna call the cops.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, here's another one. There's a certain one I'm trying to find. It's like really fucking good. But I can't find it. I saw this vid.
I'm not gonna do that in public, dude.
Okay, what's in the bag? Let me see.
Condoms and
Condoms, lube, and some diapers.
diapers.
Hold on, let me see. So the whole thing of condoms and lube and some diapers. You can hold on to that.
What the fuck?
So, what, like, explain this. What was the role play again? Can you explain it to me? Because it sounds like you memorized it so well. Like you know it. Like, go ahead. Like, just tell me like the whole paragraph that you typed.
Basically,
Do you have everything still on your phone?
I mean, yeah, because
You didn't delete anything?
I didn't delete anything yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you do, it's tampering with
Yeah.
evidence, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically a role play where we pretend that I'm babysitting him, and eventually he decides to come and cuddle up to me, and then I tell him to get ready to go to bed, and he goes off and he changes and he comes back wrapped in a blanket pretending to be naked, and drops the blanket showing that he was in a diaper, not naked, and then we play a game called Tickle the Mouse and tickle him all over, and he has an accent, and the way he has the mouse gets ticklers, I have oral sex with him, and then of course I'm gonna have anal.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
So that leads me
Shit.
into this.
Keeps going.
Because you're not being honest. Because someone as sick as you that wants their victim to be 4 years old, Jonathan, you've seen some nasty shit on the internet. So it's about time you're honest, Jonathan.
Worse and worse.
What's the youngest stuff? What's the youngest child pornography video that you viewed, and what was it?
What was it? Okay, that's too much. Bro's asking too many questions. Chill. 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 Chill the fuck out. Gonna be part of your symphony.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm here to meet you.
That was actually pretty good, chat. See you quietly. Part of your symphony. Popped in my head. Smoke weed every day.
Likely to see in the teacher-student scenario. The
So I'm
female
pretty much
wants to know the victim. The male likes the anonymity.
Miss Nutley was a teacher at St. Xavier High School. This is a Catholic school in Springfield Township, a Catholic school of all places.
I'm not surprised by them saying Catholic school.
I mean, I always thought there were perverts out there, but like, there's so many, I guess.
To get an idea of the damage this crime can cause a family,
A
we spoke with
teacher.
a mom whose child suffered from the hands of an exploitive adult, and she spoke to the impact this had on her life.
I didn't notice everything until maybe 3 years into the relationship. I started noticing that he was a little bit like not affection. So I kind of just assumed that he was cheating on me. We took a trip out to Michigan, and that's when I actually found out that my daughter had a boy over. I investigated deeper into her phone and found out that this other kid was actually 23. So I called the cops and they did lock him up. But that same night, something was bothering me about why was she so comfortable in my bed? So I went and asked my daughter,
What the
has Tim
fuck?
ever touched you? And Tim was right behind me and I felt him. I felt his energy behind me, like the nervousness. And she said yes. I turned around, I just start throwing things at him. And that's when I used, have you ever my daughter? He nodded. One time. I'm so confused at this moment. I'm like, well,
How
what are you
old's her
talking about?
daughter?
He said one time, but you're saying no. What's going on? He was on a run for at least 2 weeks. He took a plead, the 10-year plead. It was underage. He just repeatedly with the underage.
This is such a cat and mouse game. Like, we'll have like, someone's 30 minutes
fucking
away,
Christ.
call. And then they chicken out. Or someone calls back and is like, hey, I want to pee on you. And then they chicken out.
Comes in, goes out. We try to maintain a low key, but you gotta eat good. Gotta bring beef jerky.
In a typical day, 8-10 hour day, how many people would you bust?
It really varies by location. You know, there have been some where we've packed in four guys in an afternoon. And then there's some where we've showed up and we've been there for 2 days and nobody shows up.
What are the major red
Damn.
flags of a that people can be aware of or think about?
So if we just take an extreme, on one extreme, we know these people because they're always talking the language. Instead of calling people kids, they're F toys or, you know, even dates, they're objects. On that end, we know who those people are because they're always verbalizing. But most are at the other end.
That's
They have a great
insane.
social persona. They look good, they sound good, but they're very schmoozy. And it's that schmooziness that we forget. That's
Schmooshy?
psychopath traded.
In any way, do you feel bad for these guys?
Sometimes, you know, you get a guy who gets
Schmoosh.
on his knees who spent 6 months in battle in Iraq, maybe has PTSD, and he's begging you for forgiveness. You can't help it.
That's
But at
crazy.
the end of the day, if we weren't here and a child was here, what would have happened?
Because there's no doubt in my mind, a large number of the people that are incarcerated are going to get back out and restart again.
Hi. I'm sorry I missed your call.
Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes away. I was just making sure you're gonna be still up and shit.
Yeah, I'm still up. I'm waiting.
Alright. So, what do you just want to text me the address when I call you back, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Just let me know when you're in Ishpeming and I'll text you the address.
Alright.
Okay. Hurry up, I can't wait to see ya.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
What the
Does it
fuck?
surprise you how many guys
Can't wait
are
to
out
see
there
ya.
trying to do this?
Yes and no. Our
Feels
jurisdiction
bad
has a
sometimes.
very high amount of
It's fucking
CSE,
nuts.
criminal sexual conduct.
I guess, how does it make you feel getting to do this job?
This? Good. Like, I've seen so many stories that are, like, horrific. Some of these people do
2 minors is sickening.
Do you think our justice system properly takes
Crazy
care of
work, I know,
think they
dude.
all need to go to prison for
Sympathy
some
for
stint, however
PDF
long.
files, nuts.
I'm not sure. I will say I think reoffenders, my personal opinion, shouldn't be able to walk another day freely.
anything you think people back home should know?
If you're a sexual assault victim, don't be afraid to speak out and tell your story to somebody from trained law enforcement officials that do handle this stuff in a sensitive manner, and don't be afraid to report it and speak out about it.
There are a boatload
Yeah,
of clips
yes
from
and
this
no,
episode,
because
but for
some
reasons I
cops
cannot
are
get into,
fucking
are
shitty
only
and they're not
available
gonna
on
take you
Patreon. If
seriously.
you'd like to support independent
Last minute hustle and bustle to get everyone in place.
We'll see him on the camera, so if he does, everyone will just shift.
Make sure everything's signed. Just do a final check your phones. Everything's signed. How well do these guys usually scope out a place before they go to it? I think last year, and then when we did the other one, I think we've had 2 or 3 go by. They'll drive by once or twice just to make sure they're looking for, obviously, police cars, anything suspicious, obviously lighting, any suspicious movement at all that would indicate, hey, there's something just to justify their concerns. So once they're in, they're fully committed. So, like, how do you approach this from a psychological standpoint so that you keep it going without tipping them off, but you still get information, like when to text them, when not to text them? I think it's just by feel.
Do you want the honest answer or the TV answer? Honest. You just gotta be really fucked up.
Do you think he would be disappointed to know that someone sending him all the nice messages was a guy like you with a beard?
They're gonna know when I take the stand.
Is this off a hookup
Damn.
website?
Yeah, this is off of a
Minimize all those kids scared. Bro, Uncle's like, hat man.
website that just strictly deals with prostitution.
So he's probably been there, done that before.
2 girls look so beautiful. You should be
So that means
models.
the decoy has
Were
a
they
fake
like
profile.
old,
with a few
sweet
pictures.
old men or
Yep,
like
I
creepy
created a
middle-aged
fake profile
guys?
websites out of Europe.
Oh,
How
crack.
racist can you
Okay,
get with
so it
the
wasn't
pictures?
sweet.
The pictures are of our
Is
actual
that you?
decoy. She
I
can
miss.
get
He's
as
been hanging out with
racy
me.
as she's comfortable. Obviously, we don't get too racy with ours.
So he knows that she's 15, and his big holdup was he had to find some place to get rid of his kid for the night.
Do you know how old his kid is?
I don't think we discussed it.
It's 3 minutes away.
Yeah,
And you guys, you gave him the address at what point?
just within the last 30 seconds, a minute ago.
Let's get ready. Subject spotted. Okay, baby, here we go. This is our guy. Hey, Verb, he has where to park. There he is, Yep. I think he's gonna pull up around from the left.
Cold outside. Can you close the door too? It's really cold.
You want me to go grab them white claws or whatever?
Oh, that's okay. You can just hang out. You can have a seat.
White Claws.
We got some weed.
Why didn't they move the pizza box? The last Predator said it was a giveaway.
Yeah.
Dang, he's
How's the drive?
Shitty, man. I got behind some guy that was going like 20 miles an hour and shit.
I was wondering what was taking you so long.
Yeah.
You got the condoms too?
Yeah. You want that? You want to do that?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my bong really fast. I'll be right back, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
yeah, he's already sparking up.
here?
Oh, man.
Damn, bro. The only really like thing that I like about these shows is like I just like sit there and think that like what's going through their head when they're doing this. Like on the way there, when they get out of the car, they're walking to the door. Like when they see fucking Chris Hansen, maybe a recording device. No, for real. One guy ate one. Like, you know what I mean?
How you doing?
Good.
Was making
y'all
his
bring?
drink.
That's some
But
weed.
Some weight?
Hey,
What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. And Jeremy, where are you from?
From Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Iron Mountain.
Iron Mountain. What brought you here tonight?
She said she wanted to smoke.
She wanted to smoke. And who is she?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No, I just met her online.
You just met her online. And what was your plan here for tonight, Jeremy?
Just smoke.
Smoke?
Yeah.
Sex?
I mean, she said
She said she would have sex with you.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. And how old is she?
She said her thing says 19.
Keep your hands out of your pockets, please. She said what?
She said 19.
She said 15.
Bro, Chris Hansen is the only guy that's not a cop who can pull that off so smooth. Keep your hands out of your pockets for me. The underage girl, that's even more creepy and losery.
Well, everybody has to say 19 to get on the platform, but she told you she was 15.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that.
You didn't pay attention. So you drive how many hours?
Oh, just like an hour.
About an hour. And did you stop at all along the way?
Yeah, I stopped at a gas station.
And what did you get at the gas station?
Gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I grabbed some beer.
Some beer. And where is that?
Out of my truck.
Did you bring condoms?
Yeah.
You did. And where are those?
In my pocket.
In your pocket. And how much weed did you bring here?
Just
and how much did that cost?
Well, I don't know. This was I already had this.
You already had the weed.
Yeah.
So
what's going on here? What is this?
I'm going to get to that in a minute. But Jeremy, you drove an hour to meet a 15-year-old girl.
Well, she said she was 19.
You say that on the website or on the social media. It said 19 on the platform, but she told you 15.
I don't know, man. I'm not. Are you a cop or what?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and deal with this shit. So I got.
You're not going to sit here and deal with it. You drive an hour.
Yeah,
you
she
get
lied
bring
to me
weed.
and said she was 19.
No. I've
Yeah,
seen the
that-
transcript, Jeremy. So you can
Okay,
try
she-
to jerk me around here, but it's
Her
not going to
thing
go
says
well.
She's 19 on her thing. I'm assuming you have to have an ID to make a fucking sex website.
What
right?
did she tell you? What age did she tell you, Jeremy?
She said she was 19 on her thing.
What did she tell you in the conversation? She
Damn.
said 15,
Good night,
right?
Love you.
Okay.
Okay.
He commands the
so
room.
what made you think it was okay to drive
Condoms
an
for
hour,
weed. That's how you
bring weed
travel
and
with it.
alcohol
Put it in
to
the
a
condom.
15-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation?
I didn't know she was.
Okay, we can go round and round, but she told you. What made you think that this was okay?
I didn't think it was okay.
You didn't think it was okay. So why did you do it?
I need a lawyer or something.
Are you a married guy? You're not married. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many kids?
2.
2. And where are your children tonight?
My kids, one's at a friend's house and the other one's at home.
One's at home. And how old are your children?
I got one's 14 and one's 16.
One's 14 and one's 16. So the 16-year-old's at home.
Yeah.
And the 14-year-old is where?
At a friend's house.
At a friend's house. Did you drop the 14-year-old off at a friend's house so you could come here?
No, she was
Oh my
already there.
god.
So
This
you
poor
left your
kids.
16-year-old child home alone.
She's 16.
But you left her home alone so you could come here to meet a 15 for sex. You want to just hold tight here, Jeremy. There's something you need to know before you go. Just sit.
I don't need to know anything.
Jeremy, I'm Chris Hansen, and I do stories on men. Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Damn.
Please! Get down on the ground!
Hey, he's on the couch. Watch sit.
All right.
Relax, buddy.
Slow down.
Damn.
Relax.
Slow down.
All right.
Not kids.
Jeremy, I asked you not to leave. And look what happened.
Like how
Is there anything-
I like how the police are like arresting him and like holding him down, and they're like okay with Chris Hansen antagonizing him. He's like, Jeremy, man, I told you not to leave. Look what happened. You don't fuck with Hansen. Anyways, anything else you want to say, buddy? Get him out of here, boys. I'm done with him. I'm through with him. Chris Hansen controls the police.
Anything else you want people to know about the situation you're in tonight, Jeremy?
No.
Why did you think it was okay to leave your teenage girl home alone to come here and meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
All right, we're gonna sit you up, okay? We're gonna roll over to your back. Bring your knees up to your chest.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Jeremy, how old are you?
41.
41. And what do you do for a living, Jeremy?
Work at a warehouse.
You work at a warehouse. And what do you do at the warehouse?
Load trucks.
Load trucks. Well, Jeremy, as I started to say before you tried to leave,
You went down
I'm
to the
Chris Hansen.
slammer.
I'm not giving
So,
you guys permission to videotape.
Well, we don't need it.
Okay, well, I don't have nothing to say.
We do stories on men who try to meet kids for sex. And you've become one of those stories. Is there anything else you want people to know?
No.
Okay, well, these people here will take it from here then.
Yeah, seriously. For real, Vamp. Like, what
Chris, you
someone
just
did that to
completed
his
2
daughter.
days, a lot of bus. What's going through your mind right now?
Tommy, the fact that a guy would leave his own children behind, a 15 and 16 to drive an hour to meet a 15 allegedly for sex.
Mind-boggling, just
alcohol,
disturbing.
It never ceases to stun me.
The anticipation, right when he started walking up to the house, my heart was thumping.
Yeah, mine too. Still does.
It's an amazing thing. I mean, I've seen it so many times through the television, seen how it goes, but then to be here in the moment, it's like a rodeo when you're out there.
You don't know what's going to happen. And typically, we have the element of surprise. I mean, sometimes these guys are suspicious. Sometimes they'll say, "You're Chris Hansen," before I can say, "I'm Chris Hansen." He obviously felt pretty comfortable when he saw the undercover deputy posing as the 15-year-old girl. He thought that this was going to go to plan. And when she excused herself, it was time for me to come in and ask my questions.
I'm sure every guy comes in and tries to deny to some level.
Sure.
Is it airtight? Like, is there any way this guy can't say, "I didn't know she was 15"?
The way the sheriff's detectives and deputies work, they have a clear record of informing the alleged that this person they're coming to visit is 15.
Is playing dumb the most common defense mechanism?
It's playing dumb. I didn't see the age. They try to convince the detectives that because you have to be 19 to get on that platform, that they assume that they were 19, even though people get on these platforms at a younger age.
I mean, real, bro. I made Facebook when I was like 11, and you had to be like 18. And so, like, I made myself like 20 something. And so now, like, on my original Facebook, like, my age is like 42.
Was an animal in a trap by the time you sat down with him?
I think he knew he was in trouble. I don't think he knew who I was. And so he's wondering, am I the
like
bad
100
dad?
years old.
Am I the police?
Or
am I someone else?
To see what you've been doing the last many years, busting guys like this, getting them off the street,
50.
America's rooting for you, man.
Not far.
So, well, thank you.
Not far from it, man.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, that's what it's like inside of Operation, busting and putting them to justice. We'll see you guys next week. What you have just seen is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what True Blue has to offer. They have countless documentaries with Chris Hansen, many more episodes of pedo catching, and a series called Cops Under Fire, which is the wildest cop show I have ever seen. If you would like to see more of this for only $4.99 a month, you can subscribe to True Blue. The link